Alright, so before we start, just know this whole arc is going to be split into 3 movies, and I'll be covering all of them in the future, but for now I'ma just do movie 1. So we start off right in the heart of a war, where a fortress or a castle is being seized by the enemy army. Now this guy with the red shield thought he was the main character, and for that line of thinking, he got decapitated. Now I'm not showing it, but just know it's insane how casually it just happened. His executioner's name was Azezel, medieval Shaquille O'Neal. Now he was talking crazy to them, which he had all the right to do. No one there could check him. Bro 1v30 an army and killed a bear too. So in my books, he can talk as much as he wants until someone snatches his chain. Speaking of that, the person who would do it is a 15-year-old boy named Guts, who happens to be our main character. Now from this gigantic blade that he carries, you can tell he is a problem. Now Guts was gonna kill Azezel for 10 silver coins, which is like 100k in our times, but the captain lowered the price to like 70k, which Guts accepted reluctantly. He rushed towards Azezel and started applying pressure, bro. He had him stumbling backwards. From the way Guts was doing him, you would have thought Azezel was the child, but he got tired of Guts' games and tried to kill him, which did not work. This is not his show, he's not the main character. Azezel tried going for the kill again, but his axe shattered and Guts gave him a nasty tummy tuck. That blow had him hitting the "will you marry me," and he was begging for his life like, "Please Guts, I need this. My mom's kinda homeless." Which did not work, he got bodied. So after the fight, Guts collected his money and started walking away. Where was he going? I really do not know. And on his midday stroll, a bunch of bandits appear, and someone please call reinforcements for them, cause the way Guts was doing them was so nasty, bro. And he was far from being done, cause they tried jumping him, which failed horribly. Guts was moving like a medieval menace cause he walked down Caucus, the dude who orchestrated this jumping, and was ready to kill him. But he got saved by his comrades. And you know what, this is gonna sound crazy, I know, but just walk with me. It would have been better for him to die this day. It's like what's gonna happen later on, it's gonna be so nasty, bro. Back to the fight, we see Casca riding on a horse straight towards Guts. Now she had a 12th century AR in one hand and a UK weapon in the other. Now he read her like a book, and when she tried spinning back, her horse got his legs sliced off. Now I won't be showing that. Casca was applying pressure, but she wasn't really actually doing anything to him, and he was just toying with her. And when he went on the offensive, she was genuinely no match for him. Like it was a crazy mismatch. Shaq versus me, bro. Even though it looked like he was gonna kill Casca, her leader showed up, Griffith, and he managed to save her. Now bro pulled up on Guts and asked him to stand down, which Guts said non-verbally, square up. And I genuinely wish he didn't do that. Was like, yeah, as y'all see, they literally just one-tapped my goal. Like the one-tap was so bad that he literally got sent into a flashback. Not even like a normal flashback, a trauma dump flashback. I'ma literally give y'all his backstory, which is hella toxic and tragic, bro. While I have something pleasant here on the screen playing. So basically, he was born from a corpse. Adoptive mother was a prostitute, died of the plague. His adoptive dad blamed him for it and sold him to Anime, the island guy. That's what we're gonna call him. Literally tried killing Guts, and in self-defense, Guts killed his own father. This man's life is so cheeks, bro. So for 2 days, Guts was laid out, and Casca was there to keep him warm. Now don't get it twisted. She hates him so much, bro. Genuinely, she despises him. From like, the moment he woke up, she punched him twice in his wound. Mind you, that wound is still fresh. Now the only reason she did that is because it was Griffith's orders. Speaking of him, the femboy of the millennium pulled up, and he and Guts went to this hillside where they had another battle, bro. But this time for Guts' freedom. The match starts with Guts applying pressure, but Griffith was nonchalantly blocking all his attacks before going in and showing him the skill difference. Like, I'm not even joking, lad. He literally told Guts to heal up first while blocking and weaving all his attacks. Now I won't lie, I wouldn't take that level of disrespect, bro, and neither will Guts, cause he tried hitting bro with a down heavy, which did not work, and he unintentionally so unintentionally gave Griffith the aura lob because he jumped in the air and landed on Guts' sword with his rapier to his neck. Now from this POV, it looked like Guts was gonna lose, but nope, bro disarmed Griffith with his mouth. He got that Mike Tyson neck. Guts disarmed him before stomping him in the face, bro. Now he gained top mount and started raining down the punches. I don't know who Guts was feeling like, but I can't even blame him. You know what? I take back what I said because it's all downhill from here. Guts tried swinging on him but got trapped in an armbar. Now he was not gonna give up easily, so Griffith dislocated his arm. And fast forwarding a little bit to like later on, he was officially part of the Band of the Hawk. Now Griffith tells him that he's important for his plan because one day he hopes to have his own country. Fast forwarding about like 3 years, where it's another battle, but this time Midland was getting cooked by Tudo, the black and red wearing soldiers. Now they was getting done so nasty, gang. But all of that changed in mere moments when Guts pulled up. He was one man deep. Now the leader of the Black Sheep Iron Spear Heavy Knights, that name is so unnecessarily long, bro. Like, who made this burger? Anyway, Guts pulled up on their leader and had his feet literally kissing the heavens. That is probably one of the craziest ways of going out. So when they tried jumping him, arrows came flying from their rear, and y'all already know who it is. It's the Band of the Hawks, who were known as the Reapers of the battlefield, which is such a tough name. Now they made the armies of Tudo run away because the Grim Reapers pulled up and they did not want the smoke. Like every time the Band of the Hawk faced Tudo, their armies received straight belt, bro. Straight belt to behind. Later on, like a couple of days, weeks, I don't really know, but Griffith got moved up to nobility, which is super rare because he's a commoner, and the other nobles were low-key hating. But you're also gonna have to fast forward a little bit, where we see the Hawks raiding another castle. Now the lord of the castle was already cooked, and Guts' squad was in there still fighting. They heard there was loot inside, and when they went to go check it out, all they heard coming out of the place was screams. So when Guts went to go check it out, we see his men, not even his men, both Tudo and Midland's men splattered all on the ground. This was literally a horror movie, and the deeper he walked into the building, the worse it got. So breaking the silence was a painful scream, and when he went to go check who it was someone you genuinely don't want to run into on the battlefield. You know how niggas say like, nah, I'm a demon, that dude's a demon. Y'all are all talking about metaphorically. The person that Guts ran into is a real demon. Just give it a few moments and y'all will see. Guts pulled up on this mountain of a man, and on his blade hanging was one of his soldiers. Now he flung the soldier towards Guts, but Guts moved out of the way, and when he blocked Zodd's attack, he was sent flying backwards. Mind you, Guts is like 6'5", 250 plus, bro, just muscle, and he was sent flying backwards like a child. Outside, Tudo lets us know that this person who Guts was fighting was known as Zodd the Immortal. Cause like, besides the Band of the Hawks, that is the one person, like I said, you don't wanna run into. Now the reason they called him Immortal is cause like bro's been giving everyone straight belt for like 200 years now. Like back to the fight, he was praising Guts for being able to stay alive for so long, which is the equivalent of mother telling you him. But they both went in for the kill, and Guts surprisingly came up top. Bro landed a critical hit on Zodd, which would kill a normal man. But remember when I said Zodd is an actual demon? Yeah, this is what I mean. He transformed into this behemoth of a thing and nearly killed Guts. It's only gonna get worse, because for the next few moments, he had Guts, this mountain of a man, running for his life, bro, which was completely reasonable. Niggas like Zodd should not even exist, but unfortunately, he does. Now my boy's luck ran out, for Zodd sent him flying indirectly, and it looked like it was over for him, because he had Guts in his grasp. But that's when the horse pulled up for the rescue, and yeah, they did not really do much, because the way he was doing them was genuinely so nasty. Like, I know I keep saying that phrase, but it was such a brutal massacre. It was genuinely not a good day for the Hawks. Griffith went in to save Guts, but Zodd was not gonna let that happen. So, with only one option left, they turned into Yuji and Todo. Now they sprinted towards Zodd before weaving and landing some serious attacks on the beast. Those 2 attacks literally did nothing because he literally smacked the goofy out of the both of them. So having Griffith laid out like Peter, he was gonna go in for the kill, but he peeped something, a red behemoth or the egg of the High King, which was the beginning of the end. Zodd pieced together everything and told Gus that, you see that fanboy over here, that guy who you think is your mans, your day one, he gon' do you the worst way, gang. But hey, that's your life. Before leaving, we're gonna fast forward a little bit because I wanna show y'all something really important. This girl over here, his name is Charlotte, the king's daughter, his only daughter. Now from this interaction you can tell she already likes Griffith. Now, from her not paying attention, she almost fell, but Griffith catches her, which was a noble act. But Julius, the king's brother, and I think the princess's god, something like that. I'm gonna put it up here. Editing me is gonna put it up here. He did not like that and he smacked the mess out of Griffith for touching the princess. Gus was ready to spin back for his match, but Griffith was like, nah, and apologized. Now please pay attention to the smile, cause this is the face of a man that's planning something devious. He won't just do it yet. The next time we see Charlotte and Griffith, they're on like a pseudo date, and bro's game is immaculate cause like she is so in love with him. But a wild boar showed up and he startled Charlotte's horse, which caused her horse to run away. Now Griffith went after her to save her, and I think this was Julius's plan to get rid of him, cause so after rescuing her, bro was playing it all cool, all nonchalant. But I know in his head he was like, she want me. A few seconds later, the Hawks pulled up on horseback, and just as he went to go talk to them, an arrow hit him. Now don't worry about it, cause he was fine. The behemoth was not gonna let anything happen to him. So while they were talking, Griffith notices Julius and the archer up on the hill, and genuinely, this was his worst mistake, like, cause that nigga was gonna die. Later that day, Guts was on his SEO timing, like he snuck around, killing whoever to get to Julius. And in his study, bro was throwing a tantrum cause he couldn't kill Griffith, and he heard a window opening up and was like, was that the wind? So now knowing it wasn't the wind, he looked around until his eyes landed on Guts, who was standing there, ready to kill him. Like bro got him an evil shiesty on too. Genuinely, Julius, it might be up for you. He rushed towards him and created an opening to kill Julius with one slice, bro. Now the mission looked like it was done, but Guts heard someone opening the door and he ran to get rid of the witnesses, which was Adonis, Julius's kid. Now this death was genuinely depressing. Like, I know I'm gonna sound soft, bro, but reading this for the first time and seeing Adonis die was genuinely one of the saddest things I've ever seen on media, gang. He was spotted by the gods and immediately ran and sliced them apart. Now this people was doing the Midland armies. So after committing their atrocities and escaping successfully, he went to a tavern thinking that Griffith was there with the other hooks, but the only person he ran into was Casca. Now she berated him because he was missing all day, but she realized something was off about him. And got seeing that Griffith wasn't there, he went to the party that Charlotte hosted for him to tell him the mission was done. The speech that Griffith gives to Charlotte was the one that literally ripped their friendship apart. Griffith basically told him that a friend is someone who doesn't fight for someone else's dream, which in that moment guys did not need to hear, bro, because like he literally killed an innocent child for Griffith's dream, and bro literally did everything for Griffith's dream, and because he didn't have a dream of his own, he did everything for Griffith's dream. And on top of that, the person who he considered his best friend didn't feel the same way about him. Yeah, the story is literally just heating up, but I'ma end it right here cause nothing interesting even happens after this. So, just in case you never hear from me again, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.